So what should your home exercise look like after pelvic floor physical therapy? So when you go to see a pelvic floor physical therapist, what does that program need to look like that you take home? Hi, I'm Dr. Kaylee. I'm the owner and founder of the Hope Doctors Pelvic Floor Physical Therapy, and we are on a walk with the doggy, with Bryce. And so you're out with us learning today about home exercise programs. So this is something too that like each practitioner is a little different. And I always remind clients of that because you will get a different program from every practitioner you see. And that's not exactly a bad thing. One thing to keep in mind though is your home exercise program should work for you. For too many years, I was under the impression that I give a home exercise program and it was a client's fault if it did not work out or if they did not do it or if they couldn't complete it. And unfortunately, that's just not true. Now I'm a mom, now I'm a business owner, and so I see that our home exercise program should be curated to the client's lifestyle. If you work out 5 days a week, we should be able to give you something to do before the workout, after the workout, so that you're not adding in a whole new workout. That's too much for anyone. If you're a mom with 4 children and you're home with your kids, we need to be able to give you a home exercise program that's going to be able to be implemented at home with your kids, knowing that you're going to have all those kiddos with you. If you are a business owner and you're constantly flying, we need to be giving you things that you can do in and out of the airport, in and out of the cars, Ubers, right at the hotel, all of those beautiful things that really can be implemented. Because the thing is, pelvic floor physical therapy specifically, it doesn't have to be complex. We don't have to make it so crazy. There doesn't have to be 65 pieces of equipment and 16 exercises that you need to complete 4 times a day. What it does need is to include the exact efficient movements and things that your body needs that are contributing to your symptoms and that are contributing to the things that are going on in your body so that you can implement them with your lifestyle though. That's what our job is. And I always tell clients, like, our job is to make it work for you. It is not to make it too hard for you. It is not to make it stressful for you, because that's a big thing I see is if a client cannot complete their program the way that I have prescribed it, they get stressed and anxious about it because they're investing time and money to see a pelvic therapist, and then we can't complete the program, so we think we're going to fail. And that's just not true. So my job is to take that home exercise program, change it, update it, make it make sense, make it make sense for you. If you have no equipment at home, we need to be able to give you the movements and the things that you can do without equipment. If you're in the gym every day, we need to use gym equipment. If, like I said, you have a foam roller and a block, I need to figure out how to get those muscle activations appropriately with using the equipment that you do have. It doesn't have to be this super complex thing. One of my right, Bryce? One of my favorite ways to do this is doing something called movement snacks. I will have clients do 1 to 5 things a day, and we will just implement it into daily life. Like when you're brushing your teeth, do this. When you're laying down to go to bed, do this. When you're making your bed, do this. Pick up your kids this way. Think about this breath pattern when you're doing that. And so little things like that, just to make life a little bit easier. That is how you create the habits of taking that home exercise program into account. And that is how you have success. So I hope you have like a little bit more insight into how that should be happening. I know a lot of pelvic therapists do not do it that way. I know a lot of physical therapists still hand you a paper and expect that you to do it, and then they'll shame you if you don't complete it, and that's not what we want. So I hope that that gives you a little more insight into what should be happening, how it should look, and to give yourself a little grace. If it's not working for you, talk to your practitioner and see if they can make it work for you. If they can't, maybe we need to find a provider that's able to do that. I started changing the way that I prescribe exercise and home exercise programs when my son was born because I just don't have as much time as I used to. I do have a full home gym, so I have equipment, but again, I don't have the same amount of time that I used to have. I don't have uninterrupted time when I'm at home, and so my home exercise program needs to fit into my daily life because I work a lot, I work at home a lot, and I also just want to work out. And when I go into my workouts, I don't want to think about pelvic therapy, and so when I do my home exercise program, I want it to be just a home exercise program. So again, asking you how it works for you, what makes sense for you, how will you implement it, how many exercises is too many. what kind of equipment you have. Those are all important questions that your provider should ask. But I want to know, tell me in the comments, what does your home exercise program look like? What has it looked like in the past? Does it feel doable to you? Does it feel too much? Let me know. Let's talk about it. It's an important topic, but I hope you all have a fantastic day.